Ahoy, hoy, knitters. Morning. So, today I am working on a sock pattern, and this is knit from Wollmeister, their twin, which is 80 or 75% merino, and then the rest nylon. And these are colours from their Softies range. So I've gone for an Easter themed palette, but still colourful, inspired by decorated and painted Easter eggs. So, knit cuff down, and as you can see, I've done the heel flap, and I'm currently working on turning the heel. And I love German short rows, so that's what I'm working. And I'm going to show you how I do the German short rows, and then picking up stitches along the heel flap, and then a little trick that I use just for tightening these stitches, sort of just kind of along in there, so the corner stitches that are held whilst the heel gets worked. So I often find they tend to get real loosey-goosey, and I know I'm not alone with that. So I'm going to stop the video, reposition the camera, and show you the short rows. Okay, so here we are, about ready to get knitting, and as you can see, I've already worked the majority of the short rows. I'm just going to show you the last pair of the German short rows, just so you can see how they worked without having to sit through several minutes of the same thing over and over. So I'm going to knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so usually with regular wrap and turns, you wrap first. So you would sort of wrap it around, turn it, etc. With the German short rows, or let's call them Germans for short, you turn first. And then, so you slip over the first stitch, and then pull it up and around. So this is the stitch that was sitting below the stitch we just created. And as you can see, as they're worked, they end up like a double stitch sitting on the needles. Oh, and I just pulled that off, didn't I? Okay. Oh, I hope I didn't mess up. What have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I don't think I've... So this was the 15th stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, okay. So this is looking funny, but I don't think it is. I think it's just because I've pulled. So slip over and then pull around, and then yarn back to the front, ready to purl back across. And then, so we purl 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the thing about holding one's work and needles in a different position. It's ever so awkward. So where did I get to? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then here's our 14th stitch. Often it gets a little tight from previous turning and wrapping, but it's there. So 14, and then turn it back, and then yarn to the front, slip that over to the right hand needle, and then pull the yarn back, so ready to knit across. And then so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we've got our 8 wrap stitches on the needle here ready to be worked. And hopefully you can see, though it's a little tricky, but to work them, let's see if I can get this. But basically you got 1 stitch and 1 stitch that are interlocked there from the turning and pulling and wrapping, and you want to go in between these two to knit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okie dokie. So I'm now ready to pick up, so be picking up 12 stitches along the slipped stitch selvage that is created when we knit the heel flap. Okay, so we find, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's the first one. Okay, and then whoop, 1. Oh. I need a cameraman. 2, 3, 4, 5, and so when I'm picking up the stitches, I'm putting quite a bit of tension on my working yarn just to make sure that when I'm pulling it through that it doesn't pull off. So how many have I got here? That was there, I think. I've lost count. 2, 4, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through, and then, so in the knitting directions, this is referred, well, in the pattern, this one, the front of the work is referred to as needle 2, so I'm going to pull needle 2 up, and then, so when I was knitting, I think this is row 51, but it's the last row that's knit in pink before one starts working the heel, but the first I can't talk this morning. The first stitch is slipped, and you can see it sort of going behind there. So what I do is then pull that bar over my needle, and then the stitch that was on the needle just gets, can't think what you call it. You can see, can't you? Okay, let me just reposition this so that it's, oh, okay, let's redo that because it's been a little bugger with me. Okay. Oakley dokley. And then what I will do after is just sort of, or when I'm blocking, just sort of even out that stitch because it did get a little bit distorted. So then we're going to just work across. So it's 31 stitches, just knit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And yeah, that noise you hear, that scratching noise, isn't somebody trying to make contact through from the other side. It's my needle on the desk, so apologies. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and when we get to the end here, same thing as before, but I find this corner seems to get way loosey-goosey, looser than the other one, so I slipped 2 stitches. So I'm just going to pull those 2 stitches that were on hold over the yarn. So we got 1, 2. Okay. So we were 29, 30, 31. Okay. And then let's just check. Cool beans. So now we're going to go and pick up stitches through this other. And I might even just do a little sneaky. Let me get this. I'm just going to create a stitch here that I will then, and then going back across, knit in and hide, but just an extra stitch to pick up some of the slack, and hopefully avoid any holes at the end, but we shall see. So that's the first 6, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pull that out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. 8, 9, And actually it's interesting, I'm also noticing that I pull the heel flap taut as well when I'm going to pick up the stitches. Some of these things I do sort of almost subconsciously now, but when I'm sort of stopping and doing it more slowly, I'm a bit more aware of what I actually do. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 11. 12. Okie dokie, and then so I'm now ready to pick up the stitches that are here. So again, we've got 8 stitches, well, turn and wrap stitches that we're going to work just to complete the turning of the heel. Oopsie, so we got 1, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have put my bloody glasses on. There we go. 8. Okay, and then so I think if memory serves, I'm gonna have 6 stitches to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this now is the beginning of the round, and you'll start the foot charts. You'll be bringing in the alternating colour and just working your way down the chart, decreasing along the gusset, but for now that's it. Thanks for sticking with me, and see you soon.